Hello and welcome to Friday's Masterclass edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where we've got a puzzle from a friend of mine today, Colin Thomas, no less part of the Magpie editing team. So I'm looking forward to having a go at this one. I have checked the snitch and it's not quite as monstrous as usual. It's like 120, so sort of 20% harder than average. Let's go to the stats and see. So the typists here, there's a legion of typists at the start. I think the first real time is John McCabe there at 5 minutes 49. So I mean that's probably a little bit slower than John's average, but not terribly slower. Jason James there in with 7 minutes 28. So that's I sound like I've got a bit of a frog in my throat today. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, it's definitely not easy then, because that's Mark in there with 8:39, just a little slower than Matthew Marcus in there with 8 minutes. So, it's clearly not. It is no walk in the park. Any cryptic crosswords that's taking Mark Goodliffe over 8 minutes is not going to be terribly easy, but we're going to have a go at it. And as usual, in these masterclass videos, I will talk through my thoughts in as much detail as I am able to. And such as they are, with hopefully the result will be that it will improve your own solving if you're relatively new to these types of puzzles. A couple of things to mention before we kick off. Let's say, there's a bonus video over on Patreon today, Mark's Solve of the Times Club Monthly Special, which I've mentioned before. He does this every month over on Patreon, and he always tries to do it without using a dictionary. And if you've ever looked at any of those puzzles, that's a really remarkable feat. So I always enjoy watching those videos, so do check that out. I'll give a quick mention as well. We've got a new series running on the channel of Minute Cryptic. The Minute Cryptic, I don't know, what would you call it, a website? That has a daily cryptic crossword clue on it. I know many of you will already be aware of that. Well, I'm trying to solve those clues in a daily video at the moment, in a minute or less. There was one earlier this week that took me about 5.5 or 6 minutes or something. That was monstrously hard. But the streak is currently at about 10. So we'll see for how long that series lasts. But at the moment, it does seem to be relatively popular. So if you are enjoying that, do let us know. Do drop a like. Do drop a subscribe even. That would be kind of you. And a couple of birthdays I've got to do as well. In the crossword video, Jenny, your boyfriend Max wrote to me. I have to say, there's some people when they write about another person, you just feel their feelings coming off the screen, if you like. And I can tell you, Jenny, that Max is a big fan of yours. So my goodness, he clearly loves you very much. And I think the two of you have just moved from the UK to New Zealand. So I do hope that your new lives there are going swimmingly. New Zealand is a country I have never been to, but I would love to go there. I've been to Australia quite a few times, but I've never managed to go that extra mile. So anyway, I'm sure, I've heard it's an amazing country. So Jenny, many happy returns. I hope they also do extremely good at chocolate cake, of course. And then this is an amazing one. So we're going from New Zealand to the South Atlantic and the Falkland Islands, where Stanley, I remember Port Stanley. Port Stanley rings a bell from the sort of early 1980s, and the news around then in the UK. But Mark, it's your birthday today. And I know this because your partner James wrote to me. I think the two of you have been together for about 5 years, and James thought you might like a shout out in the crossword video. I hope that's true, Mark. What an amazing place to live. All the footage I've seen makes it seem exceptionally remote, but clearly they still get cracking the cryptic in the Falkland Islands. So I'm delighted to hear that. And Mark, many happy returns. I hope the chocolate cake is good, of course. I think that's all the news. Let me just check that the video, it looks like it's in the right place, doesn't it? It should be. I tried to just mimic what happened last week. So let's get cracking and see what Colin has in store for us. I mentioned the Magpie earlier. The Magpie is a crossword magazine that Mark and I Well, we sort of adopted it from Mike Rich. Mike Rich had a crossword magazine called Tough Puzzles, and we took it over when Mike died, and it became the Magpie, which is sort of a portmanteau of our crossword pseudonyms, and it's still going strong today. Very different editorial team nowadays, far more professional than we ever were. But anyway, Colin now helps with that as well. So anyway, that's by the by. Actually, I will try and remember. Some of you may enjoy, some of you I'm sure would enjoy the crosswords in the Magpie. They're sort of listener-style crosswords, and there's a range of difficulties every month, from sort of easier than the listener to all the way through to puzzles I might set, which are very, very obscure indeed. Anyway, that's wibbling. 4-4, 1 across. Sporting activity. Drops during the night or day. It might not be broadcast. Sporting activity. So remember, all of these clues have a straightforward definition. I say straightforward, that's a ludicrous way of describing it, but they have a definition of the answer to be entered, and that's almost always at the start or the end of the clue. So in this clue, we're probably looking for a phrase 4-4, which either is going to be a sporting activity, I mean this is not right, but something like crazy golf or something like that, or long jump. That would be a long jump. It's probably not right, but it could be long jump. Or it might mean the other side of the clue. It might not be broadcast. Now that's a bit more cryptic and vague, isn't it? Something that's not broadcast would be like a secret or something. Drops during the night or day. The drops there is making me think, well, people drop, we're dropping a new batch of merch, we're dropping a new video that's going live. It's sort of a very tech comment, but drops during the night or day, I wonder if that's defining rain. It might not be broadcast. Acid rain or something? It's not, I don't think it's right, but rain drops during the night or day. I like the idea that could be rain. It could be hail though, couldn't it? Why would it necessarily be? I suppose you get raindrops. You also get, you get snowdrops, but in a different context. I don't know. There's a lot going on in that clue. There's a lot that could be going on. And as you've seen, I haven't got a clue what the answer is. Let's try one down. 6 letters. What Americans might need for job to continue. What Americans? You see, it's great, isn't it? You look at a clue like that. And I've been doing these crosswords for decades. I haven't got a clue which side of the clue is the definition. What Americans might need. Could that be a definition? No, okay. Okay, it's not what Americans might need. It's what Americans might need for job. Now, something that America, I mean, the equivalent in America of our curriculum vitae in the UK would be a resume. So I think that's the answer. I think this is a double definition, because if we cut the clue after the word job and read the other part of the clue, to continue is to resume, isn't it? If you resume something, you continue. So is this rain then? Sporting activity, rain dance, no, rain. I don't know, rain. It might not be broadcast. Is this an I? 22 down? 4-5, 22 down, 2 down. Raving mad. Old one, forecasting disaster. It must be doom. Is it doom laden or something? It feels like an anagram. If you see a word like raving. So I've described the broad. Well, I haven't really described how clues work. Clues always have a straightforward definition. The rest of the clue is going to be a recipe telling you how to build the answer. So a lot of the skill in solving these clues is to cut them in half in the right place, so you can know what's defining the answer and what's the recipe telling you how to build the string of letters that make up the answer. Now here, if we cut the clue after the word one, raving mad old one is the recipe, and we're looking for a phrase that means forecasting disaster. Now, I think it's doom-laden, because if we treat the letters mad, old and one as if they're raving means they've gone crazy, so they're all moving around all over the place. That's how they... Oh, this isn't rain. Anyway, I think you can get doom-laden out of that. Feels about right, doesn't it? So, okay, and this is not rain. Ride? Sporting activity. Drops during the night or day. It might not be broadcast. What on earth is that? Sporting activity. Ride. I can only think really of the word ride that's likely to go in there. Am I missing a very obvious word? Rude, I suppose. Oh, rude. It might not be broadcast. Oh, sporting activity. That's not going to be rugby union. Oh, good. Okay, it probably is, isn't it? Rude. Rugby union is a valid... is a valid abbreviation of rugby union. Now, I talk about this a lot during these videos, but abbreviations have to be supported by the dictionary with very, very few exceptions. And you can see there, RU, it does come up quite a lot, rugby union. I mean, making the sporting activity RU is quite difficult. So rude word? Drops due. Or, drops, okay, that's brilliant. Drops during the night is dew. That's when dew forms, is during the night. And or is just plain. And D is a valid abbreviation for day. That's really a difficult clue. If we go to D in the dictionary and scroll down, day, there we go. And that is why this is a valid abbreviation. So rude word goes in, which is something that might not be broadcast. It might be bleeped. So let's try 10 across now. 4, 2, 3, 6. Dim-witted, slow on the uptake is what I'm thinking. Opinion follows review of opulent show. Yeah, that must be right. Okay, so again, we're very fortunate because we've got S blank O blank for the first word of the phrase. And the moment you see dim-witted, if you try and think of a phrase that fits, you might get slow on the uptake. And then you know how to cut the clue in half, and we just got to justify it, and we should always try to justify it by looking at the recipe. So opinion, well, if you have an opinion on something, you have a take on it. And if that follows, so that's after, in the clue, it's after a review of the letters of opulent show. And if you anagram, if you review them, if you review them in a different order, I'm pretty sure you can get slow on the uptake. Certainly seems to be the correct fodder there. So that's a decent start now, especially as we've got this. I think 1 across is hard. So let's try 3 down. 4, 3. Okay, let's stop after the first word there, court, because this comes up a lot. When people see the word court, you're almost always thrown into a legal situation in your brain, or at least my brain is. Whereas, if in a romantic sense, to court is to woo. So I think this is going to be, I was going to say woodcut, but it's not. Court, poet. Okay, so what does it mean, poet dislodging European? Well, it might not surprise you to know that E is a valid abbreviation for, there it is, European. So I think we're now going to be looking for the name of a poet that's 5 letters that's going to have its E dislodged. So I think that will mean removed. And we're going to, overall, we're going to get a colonist. A colonist, is that going to be an insect? Something like, yeah, it is, isn't it? So it's going to be a wood ant, which I don't know as a thing, but I do know Dante as a poet. So we're going to have Dante removing the E to give a wood ant. Now let's look up wood ant. I mean, I'm not changing it, so I don't feel bad about looking it up. A wood ant is a large forest-dwelling ant, a termite infesting the wood of old buildings. There we go. So that's what a wood ant is. Let's try 4 down, 5 letters. Did class traitor stop shunning north? Now, did class traitor stop shunning? It's a very good surface. Sort of a reference, I think, to the north-south divide in the UK. Now, the key to solving this one is to cut it in the correct place. And Colin's worded this clue in such a way that it's, I think, you need a bit of experience to see where to cut this one. Because you actually have to cut it, I think, after the word class. Did class. So in the past tense, if you used to class something, you used to classify it, what did you do? You rated it. Now, I haven't figured out the wordplay yet, but I'm pretty confident that's going to be the answer. A traitor is a rat. Stop shunning. Okay, and then if you end something, you stop doing it. And that shuns the abbreviation for north, which no one will be surprised to hear, is obviously N. N, E, S, and W are all cardinal points, which are abbreviations for north, south, east, and west. Now, what's this going to be? I'm trying to think. Oh, I can only think of like Millard. Where's that come from? Millard Fillmore. Who's Millard Fillmore? That's an American, isn't it? Is that coming from Tom Lehrer? I don't know. Anyway, that's not. It's almost certainly not relevant to this. Dabbler. Dabbler flipped everything in shot. Here, the recipe part of it is fairly clear to me. We're going to cut the clue after the word dabbler, and then let's read the rest of it and see if we can understand how this might work in terms of a recipe. Flipped everything. Well, if you flip something in a cryptic sense, if you're trying to think about what that might be as an instruction, if you flip a pancake, you turn it over, don't you? So we're going to find a short synonym for everything. The simplest one is all, and we're going to flip it round. So it's definitely going to look like this. And that's going in a 4-letter word, that must be, for shot. M blank blank D. What on earth? A shot is a... Oh, this is appalling. This is really embarrassing. Why can't I just write this in? A shot. Dabbler. Mallard? A mard? A mallard is a duck. I don't know if a duck is a dabbler. A dabbler is like somebody who dabbles. Somebody who just is a sort of a bit of an amateur enthusiast, isn't it? Mard. I don't know mard. I think it might be a northern word. If you've got a mard on, I think you've got you're in a mood, like Mardy. Didn't the Arctic Monkeys do a song? Mardy Pants or something. Mardy. M-A-R-D. But that doesn't mean shot, does it? Oh dear. This is bad news because I'm not going to get any more help for this. Dabbler. Hang on, let me just think about this. This can't be that difficult. A shot is M blank blank D, and I can't think of the word. I mean, that is so appalling. Do you ever wake up and just think, something's happened to my brain overnight? It's failed. It's like gone wrong. It's got a bug in it or something. I can't. Shot. Shot is an awkward word because it can have so many different meanings. Shot. Take a shot. Take a. I don't know. Is it mallard then? Mard. M-A-R-D. Sometimes it's doom-laden's. No, doom-laden's right. Sometimes it is worth just questioning. Have I made a mistake? Am I working with the wrong checking letters? But I don't think I am. Wow, I don't know. I'll come back to it. Hopefully my brain will have some sort of epiphany while I work on the rest of it. So 13 across, 8 letters. Times employee. I'm immediately thinking of editor, but that doesn't fit. But that's what I'm thinking of. Perhaps resisted changes. Editress. Is that a word? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so there must be a female form of an editor called an editress. That would seem. But we're just changing, or the word resisted is suffering from changes. It's being anagrammed. Editress. I mean, it's possible that's wrong, but it feels right. Let's see if it justifies 14 down. I think it's going to be excuse me. It could be excuse me. The first word is sorry. Sorry about emus running into river. It's very good surface. It conjures up a sort of lunatic image in your brain. So 6-2. Why is it excuse me? River's one of these words in cryptic crosswords that's terrifying because there are so many short English and foreign rivers. Here, I suspect we're looking at the X. Whoopsie. But I haven't worked out why. Oh, no, it is because about, if something is about something, it's circa it. So what you've got here is an anagram. We've got sorry, cut the clue. So we're looking for a phrase 6-2 that means sorry, excuse me. About is this C, which is a valid abbreviation for circa, as in approximately, about. Emus running. Well, that's the letters of emus running. It's an anagram of emus. And that's all going into the X, EXE, which is the river. So it's not too difficult when we had the E at the start, but I fully appreciate if you're new to cryptic crosswords, that will seem like alchemy. I can't stand this. It really bugs me when you leave an answer like this. Okay, 9 down, 8 letters. Diabolical. Let's just stop there. Just give it a moment. Can I think of a word? I can't. No. Diabolical. Sort of pub is caught in brief feminist movement. I don't know. I was wondering about Me Too there. Is that a feminist movement? If that's a brief METO? Diabolical. Mephisto? I think it is. I think it's going to so it's using diabolical as a noun, I think. Mephisto. I think that's a word for the devil. And a diabolical might be, a word for something that is diabolical. Diabolo and diabolical, I think as its root, it's sort of a devil. Now, why? You might be saying, well, why is it Mephisto? Why is the recipe giving you this? Well, a sort of... Oh, no. Okay, I've now understood. It's diabolical sort is the definition. Somebody who behaves in a diabolical way. And that's why it's Mephisto. And of here is doing the duty of an equal sign. So often these clues have a sort of mathematical... it's possible to read them mathematically. So we're creating a word for diabolical sort out of public house, PH. That's what you'd see, I think, on an Ordnance Survey map. Oh dear. Oh, it definitely is. This might be one of the places, Shane will be laughing if he's watching this, where my dictionary is out of date. It is quite old, my electronic. I know I'm meant to get the new one, I'm sorry. But public house is what I think is going on there for a pub. And then is, you can see it's is. And that's all caught in brief feminist movement, which is Me Too, METOO, but that's treated briefly. It's shortened by one letter. And I've talked about this before. It's so important to know this. If you see words like brief or short or shortly or cut, it means cut the end off a word. And when it says that, it means cut the very end of it. Not the last 5 letters of it, exactly the last letter is what's going to be dropped. So when you see brief feminist movement here and you decide that brief means, it does mean shortening, well, if you had the PH in the is part, you'd know you were looking for a 5-letter feminist movement from which you were going to cut 1 letter to give you the 4 you'd need. So Mephisto, I'm not going to change that, but I'm going to see if it's in the dictionary. Oh no, my M is double tapping at the moment, which is Mephistopheles. Oh, Mephisto is there. It's shortened to Mephisto, the devil in the Faust story. So let's go for 12 across. 4-3 beginning with H. Construction worker must laugh about road test ultimately. Keep thinking of hard hat. Is that wrong? It probably is. I wondered if that's like a euphemism for a construction worker as opposed to what they might wear. Must laugh. Ha ha. About road. Sorry, I haven't quite understood this. I think it's going to be the name of a construction worker. Probably. And then must laugh. I don't know what that is, but I'm thinking of a word like ha-ha or something. About road. Now, road has 2 common abbreviations, RD and ST, street, road. And then test ultimately seems to me to be saying take the ultimate letter, the final letter of the word test, which is T. So if all that is true, that's what's hard top or something. Oh, Maverick's about to fly over. Sorry about the aeroplane noise we're about to indulge in. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Let's try 6 down. 7 letters. Outrage surrounding concerning dress. Well, okay. Now, I do know this, but this is one of these words that there are loads of words for clothing that you only know from cryptic crosswords. I mean, some of you might know. Raiment is one that comes up a remarkable amount. R-A-I-M-E-N-T. Let's just have a look at that. Maybe it's a common word. There we go. Archaic or poetic clothing. It comes up a remarkable amount. Now, this one, I think, is apparel, which is another of these words that's described there as an archaic word for dress. But let's put it in, and then we can talk about why I think it's right. So, outrage, surrounding, concerning. So, outrage is to appall, and that surrounds, re. Now, re is one of these very useful phrases. If something is something, it's on the topic of it. If you saw it on a memo in your work, HR issues, then that's what would be going on. Oh, it probably wouldn't be what was going on, but it would be what it was about. Hard looks still good here, doesn't it? Mallard, hard, milord, Simon. Shot. What's this? Because this almost certainly is a consonant, isn't it? Which is probably N or R then. Mind? Miland? Mend. Shot. Does that mean mend in any context? No, it means the opposite of it. If something's shot, it's broken, isn't it? Okay, if it's marred, mired, but without the E, that doesn't feel right. Murd? Oh, I don't know. I think it might. A dabbler, is that a mallard? There is some tiny portion of my brain that thinks a dabbler might be a word for a duck. But why is shot marred? M-A-R-D. Oh, unless it's flipped everything in shot. I mean, there would be a construction that would say if it was a 7-letter word for a shot, in which you flipped the all that was in that could be a grammatical reading of the clue. Shot, a billiard shot. No. I think it's going to be mallard, but I'm not confident. Let's try this one. 5 across, 6 letters. Millions like touring southern mountains. Well, is this massif? As in the central massif? Mountains would be massif. So millions like. I think it must be as if. Yeah, if something as if is something as if something, it's like it, isn't it? So millions, M is a valid abbreviation for millions, as if around S for southern is what's happening there. And that was easier. So let's try 7 down, 5 letters. Reduce sign of division. Reduce sign. If you see sign in a cryptic crossword, it quite often is a sign of the zodiac. If you see house, that's another one that comes up. House is one of these very strange words. It's got so many meanings, but look, one of the 12 divisions of the heavens in astrology. So house can indicate a sign of the zodiac as well. But Scorpio, Sagittarius, no, I don't think that's what's going on here. Sign of division, I'm wondering, is like a dividing sign. like a mathematical sign of division. Slash. Slash is what's going on there. A slash in sort of computers would indicate divided, wouldn't it? And if you reduce something, you slash it. So hard hat looks good here. Oh, no, I've missed. Right, it is hard hat. That must be a sort of euphemistic word for a construction worker. Must is an interesting link word there. Unless... No. Okay. That's very cleverly worded. Good grief. Right. So, I mean, this is very difficult to see, I think anyway. The correct place to cut the clue here is after the word must. So the clue, believe it or not, is construction worker must. And that must is actually a noun. A thing that is required to be a construction worker is a hard hat. So it's not saying, I'm not saying hard hat is a euphemism for the worker themselves. I'm saying it's an essential part of their kit. It's a must for them. So, and then we've got laugh, which is ha-ha, but the ha-ha is going around the RD for the road, with the T being the final letter of test coming right at the end to give hard hat. It's really cleverly worded, isn't it? Now let's see if we can do 8 down, which is 8 letters, beginning with F. Oh, goodness. Now I've got sirens going off outside. They're coming to fetch me. Passing bolt can lead to gold. I was going to say Fletcher. No, that's wrong. Passing, fleeting. Oh, that's lovely. It's very well worded. Right. So passing, if something is passing, it's going by quickly, it's fleeting. To bolt is to flee. Can is a tin, T-I-N. And the lead to gold is the leading letter of the word gold, which is that G there. Very nicely worded. What do we think? Latin here? No. A gentleman thief. One often found in bed. Well, I'm wondering if this is Lupin. This is a reference to some literary thing. I don't know. Oh no. Well, okay. The way I'm reading the clue is gentleman thief. Cut the clue. One often found in bed. So I think it's a double definition, which we saw one of these earlier, didn't we? Where was that? Was it 1 down? Yeah. I think it's another of these, but the way we have to read one often found in bed, I suspect, without knowing the answer, is we're looking for something found in a flower bed. So I'm thinking it's the name of a flower, and I'm thinking it might be a lupin. Now, gentleman thief, it does ring a bell for me from literature. But I think the only way we're going to get any comfort here is if that P is justified. So let's see if it's justified. 9 letters, 16 down. Nearest source of beef, welcomed by ape. I'm thinking proximate. That feels right, doesn't it? Something isn't the nearest, it's the most proximate thing to you. It's in your proximity. And ox would be a source of beef. And that's being welcomed by primate, which is an ape. So lupin, I think, is probably correct. The only thing would be if there's another type of flower. I doubt it. It's not impossible, though. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, if I type in, this is quite good, this dictionary, because if you type in the word flower, it will now, and click return. It might not tell me how many returns there are, but you can see the number of, hopefully you can see, is that coming up on the, let me just see if you're seeing. Oh no, it doesn't show you. Can I move that? No, it won't let me show you, but it comes up with a lot of flowers. It like finds every head word in the dictionary that has the word flower in its definition. It returns the head word, so there's like zillions of them. Oh goodness. Shot. Maybe this isn't R or N. What else could it be? Not much, I don't think. Could be a U, could it? I don't think so. Couldn't be an I. Again, I don't think so. W? No. The only word I can think of is mallard. I'm going to have to go with mallard, aren't I? Am I committing to it? I'll commit to it, just because I really want to know what the word marred means. Oh gosh, I thought it meant nothing. Oh no, it's not there. Oh no, it is there. Where? Marred. Oh, Spencerian. Oh, well, that's right then. So it's an old... Oh, that's vicious, though. It's a Spencerian word here, being the past tense of to mar. So if something is spoiled, to spoil is to mar. So if something is spoilt, it's shot, as in the sense that it's, it's ruined. So I think marred is justified there as meaning shot. But that means mallard must be a dabbler. But doesn't, okay, dabbler. Oh no, there we go, ducks is there. The act of dabbling. To dabble is to shake about in liquid. I didn't think it was. I thought it was to sort of... Yeah, I thought it was to do anything in a trifling or small way. But apparently, in ducks, it's to feed by moving the bill around below the water. Oh, dabbling ducks. Yeah, I think I have heard that before. So a dabbler is just a duck, and mallard is going to be correct. Okay, well that's made me feel better. So let's have a look at 20 across. 8 letters. Singer in church, rejected port by drinking nothing. Choir boy? Singer in church? I mean, it must be, mustn't it? I don't know why, but we're going to figure it out. So singer in church. Rejected port is going to be Rio. You can see Rio de Janeiro being reversed in there. Oh, by drinking. Okay, so the way this works is actually it's not singer in church that's defining choir boy, it's singer. And that is in, so in is doing the duty of the equal sign. Church is CH, that is a valid abbreviation for church. The other one you'll see is CE for Church of England. Rejected port, Rio. And then the word by, BY, is drinking, so has within it, has consumed nothing. And O is a word or a letter that's often used for nothing. And you may say, well, that's a bit silly. Is that just because it looks like a 0? Well, actually, if you look in the dictionary, under O, let's look at what O means. Here it is. It's the 15th letter of the alphabet. Dum 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 dum. Naught or nothing in a series of numbers. So the letter O does actually mean nothing. So that is completely fair. It doesn't rely on it. I mean, that's the etymology is probably just because it resembles a 0, but it is absolutely fair just to say that O and nothing are synonymous. Let's try this one. 21 down. 7 letters beginning with R. Door frames, essentially framing king. Door frames, essentially framing king. What's a door frame? I keep thinking of the word jam, J-A-M-B. A lintel, no. Door frames, essentially. Oh, this is actually a hidden, isn't it? I felt there was something odd going on with the letters here. So if you look at the collection of letters in the middle of the phrase door frames, essentially, does it look a bit weird to you? Because it did look a bit weird to me. And then I looked at it more closely and I realised Ramesses is hidden in there. And Ramesses is a pharaoh, and pharaoh is a king. So how does it work? This is a hidden one of the. There's normally one of these, at least one in every Times crossword. If the constructor, if Colin has hidden the answer in the clue, i.e., if it's spelt out in the clue, he has to tell us that that's what he's done, and it's the word framing here that does the telling. So here, the way that this grammatically reads is that the string of letters, door frames essentially, is framing, so has within it the answer, which is Ramesses, which is the king. So the word framing, but you could indicate a hidden very simply with a word like in. Imagine this clue read king in door frames essentially. It wouldn't have the same style that Colin's used here, but it would work as a clue, and it would be grammatically correct. What's this? Something estate? Ooh, let's have a look at this. Oh, something island is what it's going to be. 9-6. This rascal mines Rocky. Okay, well, let's stop there. What's going on? This rascal mines Rocky. What could Rocky be? If the letters are treated in a rocky way, they're going to be anagrammed. So I'm pretty sure this rascal mines, that is 15 letters. So that is what we're looking for. So it's an Australian territory. So it is something island. That's certainly in the anagram fodder. Now, what though are we left with? LA. So we're left with M. Hang on, this isn't, what is this then? Australian territory. Is it Michaelmas or something? I can see we've got M, I. No, we've got T, haven't we? I think there's a T, so I don't think it is Michaelmas. Okay, we might have Christmas. Oh, Christmas Island is probably an Australian territory. Yeah, it looks like I've got the anagram fodder for Christmas. So Christmas Island can go in there, and that has got a T in it, which is better. Now, where should we go? Now, should we try 25? It's got an M in it. 7 letters. Child's book with introduction relating to both new and old. So again, try and make a decision. As you read the clue, what do you think the definition is? And if you know, you're doing better than me, because I don't know what this is. Child's book with introduction. What's child's book? Nursery rhyme? Relating to both new and old. No, I don't know what this is. Let's try and get the starting letter. 25 down, 5 letters. Where you might chuck stuff around like this animal. Where you might chuck stuff around like this animal. Oh, goodness me, I haven't got... Where you might chuck stuff. Is that going to be like a dustbin or something? Bison or something? Where you might chuck stuff is a bin. That goes around like this. If you said to somebody, do it like this, do it so. So means like this, doesn't it? And a bison is an animal. So I feel it's probably bison. But that, I think, was quite tricky. Let's try 25 again now with a B. Child's book with introduction relating to both new and old. A child is a... Ooh, I'm still no nearer knowing what this is. Oh dear, let's try 22 down. 4-2. Wait hours on ENIAC, say. Isn't ENIAC some sort of computer? Oh, that could be wrong. Wait. Hold up. Why is it hold up? A hold up is a wait. Hours is H. Old UP. Hold on. Hours. On old. I don't know. Oh, Bambino. Bambino is what let's park hold up for a moment, because the O has given me Bambino as an idea for this one, which would be a child. So book with introduction relating to both new and old. Oh, that's lovely. Oh gosh, what a cleverly worded clue. Right. I understand it, but it is very difficult. So, child is a bambino. Book can be abbreviated to B, and that is this B. And then an introduction relating to both is a prefix that you might see in a word that means, if you could use your right and left hand, if you could use both hands, you would be described as ambidextrous. So, introduction relating to both is ambi, new is N, old is O, and that gives us bambino. That's brilliant. Oh, my Christmas island has lost its D. Oh, wait. I am struggling to remember what ENIAC means. I think it's an acronym for an old computer, but it could be a computer language. It's something weird. But I think it is an old something. So I really like hold as the start of this. H is an abbreviation for hours. And then if it was old PC, hold PC would work. But ENIAC is an old... I don't know. I'm pretty sure if we get this, the final letter, it'll be clear. Maybe it is a P. Extremely so 8 letters, 28 across. Extremely restless. Truncated nap. Okay, that's going to be a truncated nap. Do we know any short synonyms for a nap? Well, it's not really a short synonym, but I do know a synonym, and it's siesta. And if I truncate it, what did we say earlier about words like cut or brief or short? We're only going to take the last letter away. So it feels now that's going to be like that. On a set of... Okay, antsiest. That's not an easy word. Hold it. Oh, IT. It's old IT and ENIAC. Oh, that's a very tricky crossing. So antsiest is right. So let's go through why, because it's not that clear, it's not that easy. Ansiest means extremely restless. Truncated nap is our siesta without its end, and that goes on a series of books. Now note the A there. Imagine the clue read, extremely restless, truncated nap on set of books. It almost would say the same thing, wouldn't it? So why does it say on a set of books? It's because the A is essential for the recipe part of the clue. It is this A here in the answer. So what we've got is A. The set of books is the New Testament, NT. It comes up all the time. So if you see set of books or just even books, it's quite often NT or OT. And then we put the siesta, the endless sleep at the end. And now hold it. Let's go back to this. Hours H, old IT. So let's look up ENIAC and see what it actually is. I wasn't actually. That is not such. I haven't been as ignorant as usual there. It is. I didn't know it was American. It's an early computer, and it is an acronym for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Calculator. And we've now only got the southwest corner to do. Now let's go for 17 down, 8 letters. So, top article from Spain may catch up. Article from Spain. I don't know what that is, but in these crosswords, article, the word article quite often comes up. And if you see it, it'll mean the indefinite or the definite article. So often, the is the definite article, a and an are indefinite articles. So if we treat an article as meaning an article of speech like that, the article from Spain might be el, which is the Spanish word for the. Now, if it was that, where would the L be? L may catch up. No, I don't like that. I don't know what this is, do I? Top. No, I'm going to need help with this one. Let's try and get some crossing letters. 5 letters. Okay, I've done this. This is outrageous. If you are new to cryptic crosswords, this is utterly unsolvable. And I feel for you, because there is a part of me that thinks this is so outrageous. It needs to be confined to the crossword annals of history. Local vermouth right? ? Now, if you see vermouth in a cryptic crossword, you have to know the word it. And you may say, what? What are you talking about? And that would be totally legitimate. But it there, you can see it's got it's got it 1 and it 2. It 2 is Italian vermouth. I have never seen that in any context apart from crosswords, but it comes up a lot. So our local here is an inn, as in a local hostelry. Vermouth is it, and then the word in it means right. Is it in it? Yeah. Let me know in the comments if I might be the ignorant one. I could well be the ignorant one. Everyone's like, why is he even questioning? It is obviously vermouth. That's how we use it every day. When people say it, when I meet my friend in the shop down the road and they use the word it, I know they're always speaking about the Italian vermouth that we like to drink together. Maybe that's true, but in my circles, not so much. Let's do 19 down. 7 letters, beginning with T. Appropriate time to move queen. Appropriate time to move. Queen. No, I was thinking Tsarina, but the S is total rubbish there. Queen, I mean, when we see Queen in a cryptic crossword, it so often is a reference to our former Queen, Queen Elizabeth II. And in crossword world, she was always ER, Elizabeth Regina. So very likely this is an ER. There are other crossword queens. We see Queen Anne occasionally comes up. Queen Mab? I don't know. So I'm thinking this probably ends ER. It probably means appropriate or appropriate. Time is probably this T. And then I'm probably looking at a 4-letter word for to move. But all of this is what I'm probably doing, and my brain isn't telling me the answer, so I'm going to have to move on again. I'm going to go for 23. 7 letters. I beat back responsibility after leaving United States. I beat back. What? Okay, I don't know what this is, but part of me wants to cut the clue after the word I, believe it or not. I'm wondering if this is some sort of abbreviation, like impetus or something. Beat back. It seems like it could be part of a recipe, doesn't it? If I can think of a short synonym for beat, and I can, like rap or lamb. To lamb is to hit, I think, as well as to run away, having not paid your bill. But that would go back. And then responsibility. Okay, responsibility is going to be onus. If you've got the onus, you've got the responsibility. And that's going to leave its US, its United States, out. But why does this end in S then? Hang on, I don't understand this at all. I beat back. I really like responsibility onus without the US. That would give ON, but how does the recipe work? I beat back. I don't know what this one is either. I need to solve one of these next two. 24 down. 5 letters. Project to drag when human resources is involved. Well, that human resources, we all know that that's going to be HR. That's got involved in a word. I think to drag is to tow. And if you project something, you throw it. So we can do that one. So this is not impetus. Let's try and use the W. 6 letters for 27 across. District 13's leading man. Now, when you see a number in a crossword like this, it looks like it's really, the apostrophe's in the wrong place, but it can mean a number of things. 13, we could be thinking about the Roman numeral, but for 13, XIII is not going to be relevant. You could be looking at the answer at 13, which is editress. District 13's leading man. What's this? What's going on here? 13's editress. Leading man. A leading man is a king or a hero or a... District 13. What's this 13? Oh, it's not because it is Friday the 13th today. No. I've got this. I've got this. That's not easy. Okay, I think so. How have I got it? I don't really know. I was thinking about man and trying to think of men's names that fitted, and I thought of one, and it was Edward. And then I can justify that because a ward is a district, and then 13's leading is saying an ed, which must be an abbreviation for editress as well as being an abbreviation for editor. So let's check that. Okay, it's not. maybe it is in the new dictionary. I wonder if even editress is in the dictionary. Oh, it is. No, it is there. A female editor, old. But anyway, that must be what's going on. And then Ed leading ward gives Edward, and Edward is the name of a man. And look, this does look like it's going to end in ER. So let's pencil that in. This one, the top, Pinnacle would be a top. Article from Spain. May catch up. Can I just put Pinnacle in and just let me think about that? It's the name of a particularly revolting golf ball. Pinnacle. Article from Spain. Is that? Oh. Oh, that's right. Gosh, that's difficult. Wow. So it is Pinnacle. Which is obviously defined by top. So we have to cut the clue after the word top. Article from Spain is el, Spanish form of the. May and can are synonymous. It can do this, it may do this. And then to catch is to nip in the bud, to catch something early. So el, can, nip, all turns up. And it's a down clue, so the word up can indicate reversal. If this clue had been across, it would have been inaccurate, because if letters move up, they don't turn from east to west. But now we should have a chance with 23. I beat back responsibility. Beat. I beat back. I still don't know what this is. It's appalling. What was going on? I keep thinking excuse me must be wrong, but after leaving United, I beat back responsibility after leaving United States. So maybe it ends in US. I beat. Maybe it's something that beats a... back responsibility. Oh, beat could be to tan. If you tan someone's hide, you beat them. So maybe it's responsibility. Responsibility after leaving. I don't know. So this, if this is right, that whatever this is being defined by I, and it begins with N. Natures, or what is this? Okay, let's go back to this. Appropriate time to move queen. Appropriate or appropriate. Time To move queen. Queen. I keep thinking of transfer, which is just wrong. It's just total and utterly wrong. Maybe this is why. Maybe it's hard to know why somebody like Mark would struggle with this, but this sort of crossing, it could well be something like this. So appropriate time to move. To move ending in S. Pass? No, it needs to be a... appropriate. Still don't know, and this one's terrifying me. I beat back. Oh, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's it's not nations. It's not states, is it? Oh, that's clever. Oh, it is that. Wow. I mean, that is so hard. That is a brilliant clue, because it is so hard to look at this clue and to cut it in the correct place. And you have to cut it between the word united and the word states. And that is really difficult for me, at least, to do. But if you do cut it there, it's suddenly easier. I beat back is I tan reversed. And then the responsibility is the onus, but it doesn't leave the U and the S out. It just leaves the U, which is a valid abbreviation for United. You might have heard of Man U. If somebody said Man U, everybody would know they meant Man United. So nations are states, and that's the answer to that one. And now we just have to figure out this one, and I'm hoping to do it without looking back at the clue. That's all I've basically got to do is think of a word that fits. And that word is trouser. Yes, if you appropriate. Oh, golly, okay. It is trouser. To appropriate something is to take it. To trouser is sort of a euphemism for to put something in your pocket and take it. Time is T. To move, I thought I was looking for a 4-letter word. I'm not. I'm looking for a 5-letter word, because to rouse is to move. If you rouse yourself, you get up and move, don't you? And then queen isn't ER. Queen is just R for Regina. I mean, it's vicious. And the thing is, queen, there we go. Regina L. It's also king. So, but anyway, we have waded our way through the end of that. It wasn't impressive, but it was, I think, probably correct. Yeah. Okay. Good. Very brilliant puzzle. Several really good clues. Nations is very clever. Bambino Hold It was clever. Ansiest was really clever. Rude Word was very clever. Lots of cleverness. You would expect nothing else. Colin is he's one of those people that you meet, and you just, within a minute of talking to them, perhaps less than that, you just sense that there is a precision to the way that they speak that informs you instantly that their brain is just firing on all cylinders. That there's no dot or comma that is unnecessary. It is just a stream of precisely formed words. I mean, I doubt Colin has ever used the word or it's very impressive. Anyway, there we go. Unlike me, who just used right, let's have a look at the quick cryptic and see if we can rev our brain, crank it up into some sort of working order. And we'll have a quick go, hopefully, at the quick cryptic. Let's see how we can do here. By Hurley, Nosy Parker, upset boy with empty diary on bus. I have busybody? Probably is. I don't know. And I misspelt it, which isn't ideal. Dandy bow. Street warden newcomer. Street warden. Don't know. Exchange in pub that escalates rapidly at the outset. Barter. Style. Small amount. Extra. Style? Don't know. Conceal imperfections in appearance and second class career. I was thinking of something brace here. I can't see it. That's so bad. That's so bad. Shops here using a flexible arcade feels right. Drop Old Testament. I'm heading back inside. Atom, I want that to be, but I don't think it is. Originally called, that's going to be knee or nay. Directors in general, primarily getting on boarding. Yeah. Board of directors. Interpret, read. I'm going to say look around. Tower of Fortress. Look around. Tower. Keep. I think that's keep or peak, and I'm not going to know which for a while. Working with trees in front part, second attempt, tapestry, I feel. That could be wrong. Maybe, I'm not sure. Legal eagle carrying drink. Ale, it's a hidden. Groups time with Orbison on a regular basis. R-I-O, trio. Looking well, bishop expected soon. Blooming. What is going on with my keyboard there? Story officials accepting pleasing change. Don't know. Happen as company encountered regret. Happen. Come true? That's right. Wow. Instrument norm to be changed is a trombone. I wish I'd started there. Original person in authority. Gaffer, I want that. No, I don't think it is. Oh, what's this then? That's a weird. Newcomer. Oh, tapestry's wrong. Ringer. Street warden. Oh, I don't know. Something's going very badly wrong here. A warden is a ranger. Newcomer must be a stranger then. Okay. So what's this? Airbrush. And what's this? Dash? Dash, yeah. What? This is not atom. Amos? Drop. Don't know. Deduce, infer, inferior. Broadcast, airliner. Prisoners, parole. Yeah. End dispute, pay. Salary, no. End dispute, settle. Maybe. Founding choral society. Also. Own goal, ogre. Okay, so we've got, so it is keep, that one, I think. Forestry, it must be. Official relief. Store. Yes, pleasing change is relief. So we've just got this one. A drop. I'm heading back, so omit is to drop. And then original person in authority. Master? Yeah, probably right. That was terrible. And okay, it was right. 25th, that is terrible. Absolutely appalling. You can see I'm 2 minutes behind Matthew Marcus, over 2 minutes behind John McCabe. That's just terrifyingly appalling. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, but we have established today that my brain never cranked up to anything like full power. Naughty brain. But I hope anyway that this has helped somewhat with some of your solving. Do let me know in the comments whether you enjoy the videos. Do please like, do subscribe. It really helps with the algorithm. Do watch Minute Cryptic. Do all these things, please. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.